Oh man. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the EDC Podcast. We are purpled out right now. Purpled at. Be big purple in this joint. Like, I didn't even realize how much purple was there because I ain't had a camera on because since I started, what's it called? Unlisted? Not live, but unlisted. Like private live type John. Once I start going in on these Johns, like I'm gonna get the John started before I get on. So like process is I get it started. That way I can send the link out, in due time, give it at least like 10-15 minutes or so. Then and I was on my job today. I press record right before I started, so we got both Jones going at this time. But yeah, man, we purpled that. I'm looking at it right now. Let me fumble with the not fumble. Let me dip and dab. Oh Lord. Let me dip and dab. Oh Lord. This stuff. Meg is nasty, bro. Meg is like secure. Anyway, let me dabble with the lights in this job. Cause MVP green, hell no. Green ain't gonna do it for right now. Red. That's wild that this is red. It's wild that this is red right here. No big deal. Blue. I'm not feeling blue. We might have to stay purpled out. I don't mind the purple right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not minding the purple. Dog purple at that. I believe it was this purple right here. But anyway, welcome back to another episode of the EDC Podcast. I've been reaching out to people trying to get topics, this or that, and questions, and doing my own due diligence, trying to get those joints too. But I really wish I had somebody in that spot. I know I talk about it all the time, and I will, find a good solution to it, people. But yeah, man, it's just a struggle of it. I encourage anybody to start doing what they want to do as far as being creative. It's a great outlet, no matter what it's doing. Music, poetry, video, anything of that sort. Painting, whatever you do and that's artistic, that's a creative outlet for you. I suggest going through it, but you do go through it. I wish I could just find number two. Or not even just number two, just someone that wants to be, involved enough to where it's that duty. Like whoever's good at that. I need a producer, basically. I'm cool being in, but producing is not my specialty when it comes to podcasts. I'd rather just be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I just hopped out of the shower. You can see it. You see it. Dry hands and all and all that, But anyway, yeah, man, I'd rather be just the guy. Like, I don't mind doing it right now. One of the reasons I started doing the unlisted is just so people who wanted to be involved in convo, I could be involved in convo with, And that kind of nullifies the whole having to look for things. They have to, talk about, deal with, all that, this and that. But, it nullifies it to a degree. But still, man, I hate it. I hate having to look for them Johns. Like, they're gross. They're gross to have to look for. So, hopefully we come out with a solution for it. But that being said, though, we did have one. I've been listening to this podcast called whatchamacallit? Listening to this podcast called the Whatever Podcast. Shouts out to them. It's wild, bro. Like I feel like podcasts when they blew up kind of took a lot of them took the mode of the dating vibes. This is not necessarily a dating podcast though. It's the weirdest thing. It's like it portrays itself as a dating podcast, but getting onto it is like it's weird, man. It's a lot of it's a lot of different things that go through that conversation on that show, which is which I'm just fascinated about. Like, it's a lot of convo. First of all, I think the dating convo in itself has always been like taboo. You mean like it's because it's so generalized. I don't think people actually know how to date, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think people understand the game of, not the game, but like the concept of being with another person, which is like really it's really unfortunate, because it's like people notice a lot of times, like, today's dating world is very superficial, I would say is a good word for it, or comes to a point where it's like it feels like a game in a sense, and people want to play this game, and that's when you get thrown off, because it's like, yeah, it's a game, but also this life that you're dealing with in a relationship. In my opinion, it should be taken more, more in depth of a life thing than a game. And I feel like most of the time, especially around my age group, like people you hear talking about, relationships and everything, it's always been like, well, I gotta play it this way type vibe, which is not cool. And again, in my opinion, it's not cool to play any game sort of like, once I became a grown man, like my main thing in every relationship I've been in has been always like, just keep it a being. Keep it a being. Like, it's no point in playing any games at this point. It's always just being real and what you want out of everything. Again, in my opinion, I know I'm getting repetitive saying that, but it's like, of course, everybody has their own take on relationship, which is why it's like wild that people have so many podcasts on dating, in a sense. Go, what's up, Brent? you number one in these joints all the time. But yeah, like it's wild how many people don't take it as serious. Like dating is like a legit thing. So like when I was listening to that podcast I was talking about, it's like they was having a conversation on like dating specifically, like what is it, like one girl was really confused on like, well damn, like what is dating and like the other girl was low-key a bitch. Like she was really coming at her like, what, like dating is when you get to know someone? What do you think dating is? Like what do you like really being a bitch about it. But I get the girl's confusion, because it's like it hasn't been perceived that way in so long. Like once I grasped a good idea of what dating was and what like your significant other is or should be, then I had a really good grounding on it. But like it's not off-putting for someone to be curious or to like say I'm back. But yeah, it's not off-putting to me that someone can be confused about what dating is or anything like that. I see you in the stop. I'll stop talking every time I see that John like get off. I'm not sure why it's doing it though, but yeah, like and let me summarize it in my opinion. So to me, dating, I feel like, or let me break it down from a full roundabout thought in this thing. To me, your significant other is the person you choose, that you want to spend the rest of your life with. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you do is for them. Like even in the process of hilarious. Even in the process of, or not process, in the idea of when people say you have kids. I think that topic come up all the time where it's like, you got kids, you're married with kids or whatever the case is. Who's the most important to you in that situation? In my humble opinion, I say because I don't have kids at all, it would be your significant other. Just because the standpoint is that's who you chose to spend the rest of your life with, that's who you're, choosing to live this life with, going through. These kids are a product of you and that person going through life together. Now, it doesn't always work out where, you're with that person throughout the end, but it's always, in some cases, it's like you hear where people like my children's everything. They over anybody in this world to me compared to them. That's how both parents should feel about the kids, but at the same time, to me, your significant other is that number one person. Making sure that you two are good, I feel like, is the most important thing. Because out of that outcome, again, your kid is the byproduct. Your kid will be good out that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my opinion on it. But at the same time, it's just like I've had that. I got that grasp of life in a sense to where that's my opinionated understanding of it. So like, I feel like people get it, misconstrued a lot of times with your significant other. So with being short with that, my idea of dating is getting to know that person. You know what I'm saying? Like getting to know the person and figuring out, dang, I want to be all in with this person. There's no questions asked about it. I want to be all in with this person. I want this person to be with me while I'm making decisions for my life. You know what I mean? The whole nine. Like, as cheesy as it sounds, but it do sound cheesy when I'm saying it out loud. That's like the person that you need to be like, you know what I'm saying, all in with. Like, even no matter what happens, you dead. You know what I'm saying? So with that thought of it, I feel like not a lot of people have that grasp, or some people just, some people's ideology may just differ from it. But I think to me that's the strongest mindset to have in the dating world. So for the girl on that podcast to be like confused about it, it wasn't as surprising to me as it may have looked to other people, because other people clearly was like I said, the other girl that was on there, she was a total bitch. Like, she was drawn on the girl. Like, how you don't know what dating is? Like, that's when you find the right person. Like, some people really don't know. It took me a while to grow up and realize, people have no idea what they're doing in this world. I'm talking about grown ass people, like old ass people. They really don't have no idea what the world is. They just so happen to be living in it this long. They just so happen to be living in it just long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, I'm gonna sneeze. Yo, that sneeze ever sneak up on you, just stick there? It's like, whoo. Hold on, what you say, Britt? Moving at the end of the month. Moving too fast is a thing. I'm speaking more so on like, yo, like, you remember we was having that conversation where it was like, dang, how long is too long until you're engaged, or how fast is too fast until you're engaged? I literally think, I think it takes long for people sometimes, because it was like the idea in dating isn't what it should be. Again, in my humble opinion, isn't what it should be, in a sense, because like if my whole point of dating was like, once I became a grown man. Again, I'm basing all of this after I became a grown man, after I realized, oh dang, this is what I should be doing in life, this is what I should be pursuing. A lot of people, they don't get to that point, too quick, or as early as others. So I'm speaking from the standpoint of, once I became a grown man, once I was like, dang, all right, this is why I want a girlfriend. I don't want a girlfriend just because I want a girlfriend. Like, this is why I would want a girlfriend. I would want a girlfriend because I would want to start planning out life. The same person. So again, this is all based. So let me finish what I was saying first. So basically, what I'm saying is like, that's the idea that I went into it with, as far as like, and mind you, this still is. I'm really getting annoying saying this. Not getting annoyed, getting annoying to whoever's listening. saying this, but I really want to emphasize it's all just my humble opinion because like it's always based off of your ideology of dating. But my mindset going into any dating situation is like, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So because I do, there is no game there. There's no game for me to like figure out or play. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why, and I had to learn in relationships how to operate in them, because it was like I was so goal oriented in a relationship that a lot of the stuff that's happening in a relationship can be, you can be what's the word I'm looking for? You can be oblivious to a lot of things that are important in a relationship that's not necessarily important, and to you in that type of mindset, it's not necessarily important for it. So like my whole goal wasn't like playing around, like playing dating or anything. It's like, dang, this is what I want to do. This is the person I want to do it with. I want to continue learning this person. In dating, me particularly, you would know me within the first like week or two, if that makes sense. You would know me, and that's not saying that it's not room to grow for anything. It's just like you would know what I wanted. You would know what what I wanted, what my goals are, the same type of thing. But you would know my ambition about it. It wouldn't be like be 6 months in and you're still learning me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what my mindset would be on. Dating somebody or being involved with someone. You wouldn't be still learning Ian 6 months in. Like, I feel like if you're still learning someone, 6 months in, and I'm not saying like deep into it. I'm saying like just learning who they are. Like, dang, are they respectful to others? Are they blah blah blah? Like the simple things, like the things that should be right out front on the sleeve. You should know a person very soon. Like if you're being very truthful and honest, I would say. You would know a person very, very. You should. Yeah, be communicative. Sometimes some people. Communication definitely brings the. It helps that out a lot. Like I'm a person who's very, very communicative. Like I'm very straightforward. I'm very I need you to know what I'm thinking. I need you to know what I understand. I need you to know that I understand. I need you to know, if I have a problem with something, I'm not one to bite it back. Like I'm not going to create another issue off a problem. But I'm a person that's like, if I do have a problem with something, I'll be like, yo, this made me feel this way. Like something made me feel weird. I'll be like, dang, and I'll let you know, because it's like I want you to know that. So that the air is clear, like there's no confusion here. So I am that type of person, so that makes it a little easier in my situation, I guess. But I would say it still kind of falls on you to figure out if you need a person that's not all the way there yet. Like if you need someone that's there, that's on your wheelhouse. That's in your wheelhouse, because it's like that's your option at that point. If you need someone that's, again, in my opinion, if you need someone that's able to do that, that's all you. That's all your option. You know what I'm saying? Some people really, and I think I do think it's needed. I think it's needed for an adult to be able to do that. It's unfortunate a lot of people can do it. Like, I still struggle in my whole situation with like that sometimes. Where you look is a thing too, I would say, but I mean, I don't know, because I feel like you can find it anywhere. It's not necessarily like you can group people together. You can group people together like as far as like, dang, majority of those people is over here. But I don't think you could group it to the point to where someone isn't like capable of something. But it does hurt sometimes when like someone's not. Like I said, I totally think that is needed for an adult to be able to communicate everything. Everything. I feel like that causes so many errors. Like it's a what's it called? It's very cliche for someone to give you the advice in a relationship that communication solves a lot of problems. It's very cliche, but it's real. It's so real. It's so real. It's not even funny. Like, I feel like that's the most important thing. I'm 20. I'm 27 right now. Like, communication has been everything in my life. Everything. Family issues, like family issue. It's family issues in my family right now, and that's like based off of lack of communication. Lack of communication. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole situation in my family right now where it's like it's kind of divided in a sense. No one, I honestly don't think anyone really knows why anymore, or like, you know, I know for damn certain I don't care why. It's no big deal to me. Ain't shit changed for me. You know what I mean? Like, I know other people like still hold grudges and whatnot, but I can give a damn. It has nothing. It ain't shit to do with me. Nobody. Look, if it didn't make it to me, I really don't care. Like, that's where I'm at with it. But like, yo, like, communication solves hella issues. No matter what type of relationship it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? My relationship with my mom became 1,000 times better when I was able to go, dang, I'm an adult. Let me communicate. I'm okay to communicate. I say anything's wrong, like, as far as like, you know what I'm saying? I think kids should stay in the kids' place, so that's probably why, you know. But like, you mean, like, communication is everything to me. So like, yeah. So back to what I was saying though. Before I branched off, my idea of relationships is like, this is the person that you're choosing to spend the rest of your life with. So if kids come second in that pick. As far as let me say, it sucks to sound it out, but as far as importance, like, the kids will come second to me in that type of vibes. You know, in perspective. You know, and again, that's I say that humbly because I don't have any kids, but I feel like when you value that, it'll stand, yeah. It'll stand if you value that relationship in that way. But, you know, that's basically what that is. But my whole thing on it was like, people's idea of it isn't that anymore. I feel like people's idea of it is like, dang, this person makes me feel like this, so I'm gonna rock with them for right now. And it's like, you don't have to. You don't have to rock with them right now. You do not have to rock with them right now. You can just chill. You can just have fun. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just chilling, hanging out, being friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong at all. But, like, I feel like people force a relationship because they feel like that's what it's supposed to be at that moment. Like, I have no issue just being cool with you. I have no issue just being cool and then just like, you know what I'm saying? Once I figure out, oh, this is the one right here, then it's the one right there. Like, I do think it takes time. Not saying that people should rush it, because I do think it takes time to see how people, you know, function in certain elements and situations. So, like, how someone functions in, you know, trials, tribulations, like how someone functions when, you know, things aren't going their way. You know, I feel like that's important to keep an eye out on. I think it takes time for you to figure that out. So, you know, maybe it do take like a year if something's going all sweet sunshine and rainbows for somebody. Maybe it does take a year, you know. But after that, you know, you kind of figure out what it is. So I think you should definitely figure out, you know, how people handle themselves in certain situations. Like me, you'll know. Like I said, I'm too open of a book to where you know how I'll handle situations up front. Like, people know. Like, if you know me, you know. If something seems stupid to me, I'll get agitated really fast. But, you know, I'm able to, like I said, articulate myself. I'm able to have a conversation and figure things out. Again, it only agitates me if something is not making sense to me. Like, if something really doesn't make sense to me, and people want to act like it should, without offering an explanation, I get irritated quick. If you don't know, if you know me, you understand. I get irritated quick if something really doesn't make sense, and people are like not trying to help me figure it out. Not even not trying to help me figure it out, but if I'm trying, because I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm going to try to be like, dang, why is this that? Yo, does that make sense to you? Anyone who then gives me the response of, yeah, like, what you talking about? It's like, all right, that's fine. You can give me that response, but you better be able to explain it to me. Like that. If you're not, that's when I snap, because it's like I said, I'm very good at communicating, so I can understand it as soon as you tell me. But even situations like if somebody reacts, wow, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. The thing is just like, what are we talking about here? Anything that can be explained is a gift for me. Is a gift to me. If it can be explained, I'm able to, and not to say that I'm not able to just chalk things to the wind, like, you mean? Because faith is that. Faith's not explained. Faith's just that right there. Belief is that right there. You mean? So I'm able to do it, but that's where my agitation gets at. Things that's stupid, things that really just like, it doesn't. There's no sense to make out of that, and it was stupid. That gets me irritated. So, you know what I mean. Also, if you know me, like, you know, I'm for the most part, I'm a goofy, jolly dude that really don't take nothing too serious. Except competition. I take competition very serious sometimes. But yeah, like I said, you'll know me within 2-3 weeks, because my mindset, especially dating, because my mindset is I want to be, you know, 100% with this person because I need them to know who I am. You know what I mean? And again, that's not the dating world today. So for the girl on that podcast to be, you know, confused about that wasn't a shocker to me. And then I honestly thought the other girl was kind of a dick for, you know, for acting like it was, man. But yeah, bro, in that conversation, I got around all of that just to say, in that conversation, they got to a point where they was talking about places like you shouldn't take a girl on the first date. They had some options up there that was like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, man. Yo, like, I don't want to be in that situation where it's like, these are do's and don'ts for first. Like, of course, there's common Jones. There's common known Jones. Like, you probably shouldn't go to McDonald's on the first date unless blank. You got to leave room for error. You got to leave room for gray areas, because there could be certain situations where, like, this girl's favorite restaurant is McDonald's. It could be the weight of her heart. You got to leave room for that gray area. Because what if a shorty tell you, man, 10-piece Big Nugget will get you the draws tonight. And that's all I'm here for. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge on that? Especially if it's like, you know what I mean? So, like, you got to leave room for gray area. But they had the nerve to put out a list of areas like, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Like, first off, let me see if I can pull this up. Because they had a full-on list of places not to take a shorty on the first date, which is wild to me. And I come from the mindset of like, anything anybody do for you, you should be straight up, you know, hands and knees grateful, kissing the ground. Oh, it's appreciative is a big thing to me. So like, how dare you? I'm trying to pull this list up. Hold on. Don't tell me I deleted this, John. Don't tell me I deleted this, John. It's insane, man. I think it was places like bowling that was on there. Ridiculous. I can't take, like, you're not supposed to take a girl bowling on the first date? How dare you? Bowling is the great activity on the first date. Great activity on the first date. First off, I feel like anything that involves competition is always good, because it's like people become themselves in competition. People become themselves big time in competition. At any game night or anything like that involves me being all in. That's when I'm the most open I could ever be, because it's like, you ain't winning this job. I don't care how good you look on this first date. You not winning this game right here. Never. It used to be a thing back in the day where boys was like, you gotta let shorty win, Fuck all that. I don't care what we talking about. I'm going for the jugular. Big time. I'm going for the dub. Why would I not go for the dub? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense, man. But anyway, like they said it was like bowling. I forget what else. They had like particular restaurants on there. But I feel like a calm night out, especially when you're just trying to get to know somebody, is like always the easiest way to go. Like I saw something else where it was like going out to eat isn't a good first date because I forget why they said it. I think it was like you spend less time talking because you're eating. So like what? What are we talking about here, man? Like the rules are getting out of control. Out of control. And it's like why who are putting these rules in place? Who are putting these rules in place? That's what I meant when I said like superficial. Like dating is becoming that superficial. To where it's becoming less about you learning the person. Now it's becoming more about how can I say this? It's becoming more about men and women, or more about men and women than it's about like this person and that person. This person and that person. Like when I'm talking to girls, like I'm talking to the girl. I don't care what they say, you're supposed to do or not do on dates or like whatever the case is. It's like that person is the most important thing at that moment because I need to learn this person. This is all about the podcast. You told me about. All about wait. This is all about the podcast. What podcast? What you talking about, Brett? But yeah, like these rules is getting out of control, man. Like it is about the whatever podcast. The whatever podcast, yeah. Yo, they be having combos on there that like throw me for a loop sometime, but like they pick the weirdest situation of girls. No offense. They do. Like it's never, and these podcasts is always like that. Like even that one joint with the Middle Eastern looking boy, the two boys that just got canceled. Even on them Jones, it was like they'll pick whatever type Jones. Like shorties that probably, don't even want that type of lifestyle or relationship. It's just like, and it's always packed with shorties. I'm coming to the guy's defense all the time. Even with my friends, like Bo come at me. Who else be coming at me? Zoe. Always at me. Even Aaliyah when she was working at this joint with us. At me. At the fellas. I always gotta come down the fence on it, but they be drawn. So, on TikTok. It gets crazy. Yo, it's just like their points of views are crazy over there. Like even a guy who's hosting that joint, he said something like, and I did it on my podcast a while ago where I was talking about it, but he was talking about like how guys shouldn't let their girls do this or that. And right there in my mind, it's just like, who you talking to? I'm coming to the ladies' defense on that end. Like it's like, what are these ideologies that you have control over anything like that? Like preference is one thing, but control is crazy. And they be on there talking like, yeah, I guess you shouldn't allow. Yo, like who you talking to? That's crazy to me, bro. Insane. For them girls, yo, and the girls they be putting on there like, and again, there's no shade. It's just like, it's just wild. Like they'll be asking the shorty, they'll be like, yo, you do OnlyFans 5 nights a week. You smash like 10 balls every day. Dang. You think it's cool that you going out here dating and all this stuff? It's like, yo, back up, man. Back up off me, man. Back up off me. Crazy, like, through the whole tree at it. Yeah. Yo, shady bumps. Shady bumps, man. But yo, they be saying like the wildest thing that's like, I don't know. There was one shorty on there, like I said, the shorty that was like a total bitch to the other John. She was just super Super like, yeah, that's stupid. That's what you said. That's stupid. Like, no, I think the world's gonna crash because like women are acting crazy, taking over. Like just being super. I feel like conversation is great. Let me be very clear. I feel like conversation is great, but they clearly have the thing that they're pushing on there is that's just like there's no way like, and it was this whole thing with them and the other podcasts where they're trying to push this idea of like women are destroying the dating game, and guys need to take control of the ladies. Blah 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 blah. This is like, man, yo, like it's baffling to me how like one sided that genre has been. Cause like combo is everything, but it's like these joints that you throwing out are these stats and everything is trash. It's trash. I'm like, yo, I don't think they do. I think they have like dialogue before they put them on the pod. But like, still, it's always coming across as if somebody's caught off guard. It's the wildest thing. It's the wildest thing. And they in Cali, like the joint the whatever podcast. I think they based in Cali. So most of the joints there are like, yeah. You know what's crazy? Before I even say all that, or without me saying all that, I feel like you're perfect. Yeah, facts. I feel like you get a taste of extremists on both ends on these podcasts. Extremists to the max, like without getting political or all crazy on it. Like I feel like I'm pretty split down the middle as far as like my opinion on certain things. Like I'm pretty split down the middle. I'm not full on right or left or like middle or whatever these branches are. I'm not full on anything. Like I'm pretty split down the middle, or I just form my opinion about things not based on what party it is. And like seeing extremists on camera and hearing them speak is the scariest shit I have ever done. It's wild. Like it's super wild. Like somebody will make a fire point about something, be like, yeah, that's why all these people like they had a topic yesterday where they were talking about the epidemic, quote unquote, of like what's it called? The epidemic of like hypersexual conversation or whatever the case is. There's another word for it. I can't remember it, so I'm gonna just say that. But it was just like, yeah, you could tell that it is that in this world where like the idea isn't that a lot of people, and it was speaking more so in the trans community, like where not everyone that's in that world is that. Not everyone in that world has that mentality of they're in the wrong, space or something like that. Like there's some people that's very impressionable who wants to be in the trend of it, who's just doing it because like it's a fad right now. So like, the idea was that was more so the standpoint on it, and that's why people attack it very harshly. So that conversation, like things like that, fascinate me because it's very wild. Because like again, I'm a fan of people's mindset and thought process. So like anything that's like I don't think that way. I don't think that way where it's like I'm out of my space or something like that. So I'm curious as to why it is, and I'm also curious as to why it should be pushed, like that idea. And it's like it's wild, but like the extremists on both sides scare the hell out of me because there's never a convo where it's like, dang, okay, that's wild. There's always the convo of we gotta stop the other side, which is hilarious to me, but at the same time it's very like, you're not even trying to hear anything on the other side. Nothing. Both ends I'm talking about. I'm talking both ends. Not even trying to hear the other side, which is wild. which is wild, which is like the scariest thing because it's like without dialogue, without convo, it's like it's down the drain, man. It's down the drain. What's been going on? I'm low key, you know, I'm low key drained out of topic. The Brevs don't be looking out. Let me tell y'all that the Brevs is trash, and I'm gonna send this clip to y'all so you know it. The Brevs is trash. They stop Brev talk, and they don't even put in for this job. Garb. I need a this or that. I need a this or that episode real fast. I miss doing this or that's. This or that's are like the bread and butter for me. I feel like that's what my E game is. That's some weird shit. Oh, Phillies. The Phillies lost. We are no longer going to the World Series, which is very depressing. Very depressing. Is the all shit about the Phillies? Because that's depressing to me. I thought we was gonna be parading. I'm very depressed about that because like that's all we had, man. That's all we had thus far. The Sixers have been up and down, and it's been getting like this. The bar right here. The Sixers have been coming right up here, and then they be like, they just been chilling right here. It's just been nasty. The Eagles went to the Super. I can't think about the Super Bowl last year. I still can't think about the Super Bowl last year. I believe the nigga took steroids to get that ankle back together. Went to my son's school. Oh, they was there? He was Super Joe. Did he meet Joe? The Sixers went to the son's school. That's nasty. Did he meet Joel? Oh, I should have worn my jersey. I wish they had dressed down for it. Yo, you see, I didn't shave my mustache off this time. It's light, but I just saw it when I went back. My beard was all cleaned up. I didn't shave my mustache off this time. I should have shaved. Yo, did you find a costume yet? Got a Halloween party this Saturday, people. You mean? My costume's about to get I saw Satira in her costume today. That joint was alright. I'm still mad she didn't dress up with me for this weekend. You know what I'm saying? She's big trash for that. She's gonna be a ninja. You didn't find one yet. It's 2 days. You got 2 days. I don't know what you was waiting on, but it's here. Yeah, she's gonna be a whole ninja. My costume is nasty. I can't wait to. I already said what I was gonna be, but now I'm gonna let it die down until Saturday, cause I'm about to be popping. Why? Scared to go. Yo, I don't get that, man. I feel like I'm gonna say this now I'm clipping it. I feel as though, or not. I don't. It's not that I feel as though. I feel like it's the general idea or the general consensus. Ladies always want to go out until it's time to go out. Ladies always want to go out until it's time. Like dudes never want to go out until it's time to go out. Then it's like, all right, let's go. We out this joint. Ladies stay talking hot shit until it's time to lace up the boots. Get it together. Scared to go out. So Tara Smooth be like, yo, let's go to a concert. As soon as we get to the concert, oh, it's crowded in here, ain't it? Ooh, get your life together, man. I know I'm right. I'm big right. You ain't gotta confirm nothing with me. Y'all are trash. Trash, man. Big garbage. Big garbage, man. Like me, I hate going out, but once I'm out there. I'm out in these streets. You can beg me for weeks to go out. I'll be like, I can't make it. But once I get out there, hey man, it's 5 a.m. Where we going next? Where we going next? I'm big out. We went to a baseball game. You was there. You and the kids y'all left early. We was out there in the parking lot till the joint got empty. Cause I was just like, we ain't going nowhere. We out here. We out here in these streets. Both said candy or drinks, either alcoholic or non-alcoholic. But yeah, man, that's what she said. So what she said, I'm bringing dominoes, cards, the table, the chairs. I'm bringing everything I can. Me and Satira driving separately because she got work the next morning because she know I'm gonna be out. So she already know the game. What should I bring like alcohol? I don't know. You reeking. Bring Corona. Bring Corona. Bring the Coronas. You reeking, man. Stick to your blood. Stick to your game. You know the game, man. You know the game. Nah, for real though, I'm not that big of a drinker. Like you'll see me probably take shots with everybody, but I don't really drink like that. You know what I mean? If I actually bring something, it's chocolates. You know, I'm a chocolate boy. Bring the crunch bars. You mean? See, this is what I mean, man. Not trying to get drunk on the first impression. This is what I mean right here. Playing game. I wasn't just speaking on dating relationships, man. I'm speaking on relationships, period. Friendships, family functions, relationships, kids, all involved. Be yourself, man. If you trash, we gonna know you trash. But don't be falsehooding it up where you don't even want to drink something. Drink. Be gob if you gob. We'll be able to let you know you gob, don't ever come back. Be gob if you gob. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm being myself 100%. If somebody not being themselves or I feel like they're not, I'm calling you out right there. Because I want to have a good time. And I feel like you can't have a good time if you know what I'm saying, sneaking around your feelings or sneaking around, you mean, how you really are. Like, because you ain't trying to start, as long as you ain't trying to start problems, be yourself. If you being yourself is about to start some beef, don't be yourself. But we just here to have a good time. Be yourself, man. The alcohol is there for you to get drunk. Drink the alcohol. I'm not that much of a drinker, so me being myself is not me drinking alcohol. Me being myself, I'm the life of the party with or without the substances. I'm the life of the party regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's just who I am by nature. You know what I mean? As soon as I get in, I might be sad as a dog right before I walk to the party. As soon as I step through the threshold, I'm livening this joint up. What y'all doing? Why y'all sitting there? That's me. That's me all the way. Especially in game nights. Games come out, E-Dog is there. I'm there. But yeah, I meant relationships, period. Like, ain't no tiptoeing around being you. I can't stand, and I see it all the time where, like, I hate it when your boy or your girl, they bring their significant other around and they quiet as a church mouse. You know you ain't quiet. I know who brought you here. They don't deal with nobody quiet. Speak the hell up. Speak up. No. Get me in a room with strangers. As soon as the games come out, E is there. I don't care who it is. I don't know what you mean. You're going to have to explain yourself. But I don't care who is there. I'm me 100% thrilled. 100% thrilled. You know what I'm saying? I believe in scoping out the scene. Like I said, if you being you is gonna start some shit, you should probably chill out. But what I'm saying is, if there's no shit to be started, like you just gonna start some shit just cause, what you mean? You don't know how to explain it. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. But again, you being yourself should never start a beef unless, you know what I'm saying, boy or shorty across the room slap the shit out you right before you walked in the room. Right before you walked in, if they slap the shit out you, you being yourself probably would have to start a fight. I'm speaking in general here, by the way. That start beef because somebody too nice. That's insanity. Insanity. But anyway, I'm all in on being yourself when you meet somebody for the first time. Cause that's where it clicking. Like you gotta be cool. You gotta be cool with not being cool with somebody. Sometimes you just don't click. That don't mean you got beef with somebody because you don't click. It's like, oh, you don't click. Like, it's cool. You cordial. You don't click with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You mean? But yeah, man. I'm all in on being self everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. I met Patti LaBelle one time. You know what I'm saying? First thing came out of my mouth. Aunt Pat, how you doing? I never met Patti LaBelle a day in my life before. She's Aunt Pat to me because she's from Philly and she make pies. Sweet potato pie at that. Aunt Pat to me from the rip. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm legit myself in a sense everywhere. Patti LaBelle. I must have rehearsed my lines 1,000 times. That's Patti LaBelle. Oh, if only you knew. Like, come on. That's Aunt Pat. That's Aunt Pat from Philly. From Philly. Give me that. Give me that. Took a picture with it. I got to find that picture I got with Patti LaBelle. Come here, Aunt Pat. Give me a picture. Yes, you heard of it. Lied to my face. You never heard of Patti LaBelle, Brett. Don't lie. So no, you probably have. She definitely the auntie of Philadelphia for sure. I don't know who else I would put as an auntie of Philadelphia. Pick with Amber Rose. Who the hell is Jay? Oh, you dude, you're Jay. Yeah. Oh, did he? Is this before? Is this before she was Amber Rose, or after, or during? Like before Kanye licked that? Did Kanye lick her head? Is that real? She's what Liz. Dang. Did Kanye lick her head? I think he did. I think he licked her head, bro. He did. That's the funniest joke I've ever heard in my life. He licked her bald head like a salty egg. That's a wild man right there, no lie. Yeah, when did I start this, John? I got like 5 minutes. I need to do a this or that real bad. Do you have a this or that? Do you have a this or that for me to do? He's weird as hell. Yeezy get a pass from me for like he's delivered 3 Hall of Fame albums. Hall of Fame albums. I don't care how long ago this was. Then Eat Away and Heartbreaks. Trash as a person. He's definitely a little through. I'm not going that far to say he's trash as a person. He's definitely a little through, though. He definitely is a little through. I feel like in the heart of hearts, he wants to make the world a better place. So I can't say he's trash as a better person. How he go about it is wild. But I think in his heart of hearts, this being devil's advocate, I think in his heart of hearts, he definitely wants to make the world a better place. He does. Don't hate on this man. Give me a full-on example of when Yeezy tried to make the world a worse place, and I'm not talking about the crazy parts. Cause he had some from the rip of the outburst. What was first? George Bush don't care about black people? That's not him trying to make it a worse place. That's him trying to stand up for something that he thought was wrong. Saying, yo, this man, he's not helping us out. That was him trying to stand up, having outbursts, trying to standing up for what's right. The next outburst was it Tay-Tay? Was it Taylor? The next outburst, again, him trying to stand up for something right that he thought somebody was being wronged. Hey, I love what you do. You ain't better than her. You ain't do better than her with that. That was hers. I wanted the world to know that was hers. Again, I'm trying to stand up for something that he thought was wrong. He tried to make it better. So you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know what you talking about when he said making it a worse place. Everything he's done, although it may be crazy or looked at as crazy. Let me not say crazy because you can't dismiss people like that. Although it may be looked at as being wild and insane, the good intention behind it has been him trying to make it a better place. Now it's I don't know how it sounds. It kind of sounds like me going like, yo, Thanos, he tried to kill half the world, but he wanted the rest of the world to survive. That's not that's not the same thing at all. Because he wanted to kill half the world. You know what I'm saying? He do too much. But that doesn't make you a trash person. And George Bush don't care about black people. He would have had to say, I'm glad this happened in New Orleans for us to realize this nigga's trash. He would have had to say something wild like that where it's like, yo, you glad that people died in this joint? You glad this destroyed families and homes and the community? You glad about this? That's trash. But all he said was, this nigga don't care about black people. You know what I mean? For him to be trash, he wouldn't have said, yo, Beyonce had the dopest, you mean, all time. You trash compared to her. That's trash. For him to go up to Taylor Swift and be like, yo, you trash. I don't know what they talking about giving you this joint. You garbage. This the real joint right here. He didn't do that. Still more than that. Name me one. I'm willing to go to war over this right here. Because I honestly feel like he gets a bad rap every cut of the way. And again, I'm not excusing nothing he's done because what he's done has been wild. But I'm willing to go to war for that. Because the intent is there. The good intent is there. So you can't say he's a trash human being. I stand behind him not being a trash human being. He's wild, not a trash human being. You got to give me something though. You can't say it's more than that and not give me one thing. You ain't give me not one thing yet. Don't worry, easy. I'm in. I can't name anything right now. Oh, look at the defeat, the betrayal. The defeat and betrayal. Oh, they coming for you, Yeezy. I'm here. Shield and armor, waiting for it. Because although maybe wild, his good intent is always there, yo. Always there. And I'm defending it right here on my show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm outie, man. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since lunchtime today. I ain't gonna lie to you. So thanks again for listening to another EDC podcast. YouTube video will be out by tomorrow because I gotta cut it down from like the start time. But I did start recording it, so the podcast will be posted by later today, which is clutch. You know what I'm saying? Later today, super clutch. But again, the video won't be posted until tomorrow at the earliest. You know what I mean? Every podcast streaming platform, wherever you get your podcast from. Again, I googled it not too long ago, and it was everywhere. Because I only use Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That shit was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So get that joint wherever you watch podcasts at. But I'm outie, man. You mean? And I'm gonna have topics next time. I swear to God. Topics, this and that, all that. I'm gonna have all that for you.